Okay, happy springtime, everybody. This is a message to Dagan, but most importantly, to the people who care, to the people around Dagan and his life. All right, article number 1. When a completely weird miracle happens. Oh, like happy springtime and welcome to Florida and stuff. When a completely amazing miracle happens to a person that indicates that the God person is doing something, that's just a simple indicator. The person then has a responsibility to go towards friendship with God. And God is a friend. God is not some kind of weird religion thing. The dark side has been working for years and years to make friend Jesus look like a weird religious thing, when in fact he's not a weird religious thing. He's just invisible friend. Okay. So when a miracle happens, it's an opening doorway, an opportunity for people to go through that doorway of God friendship, actual connection with God friendship. All right. Now, I came to Louisiana just because I write these funky little magazines with fun stuff on them. I had handed this funky little magazine to Yvette a long time ago, 12 years ago. And I've sort of just been friends with her for a long, long time. I have a big problem in my life. I was raised by 2 seminary students. I was raised by 2 parents who literally served the poor in the roughest, toughest streets of Camden, New Jersey and North Philadelphia. My mom sponsored 150 Southeast Asian refugees after the Vietnam conflict. And that might make you angry. But those people were chopped up and blown apart, and their friends and family had been machine gunned, and they were hanging out in refugee camps. And my mom discovered that for just $30 you could help somebody start a new life in America. So I was raised with people who understood the scriptures. My father hated Christianity and quit it. My mother was a secret Holy Spirit-filled person, and if you don't know what that is, that's another whole game. I'm not going to talk all about that now. But God does some supernatural connection stuff. So in the midst of a really rough life, I volunteer in rehab centers with a bunch of people that are messed up and have had wrecked and stupid families that just hate, and chase after entertainments and drug themselves up and literally are insanity families. That's what I specialize in. Okay, so here's the game. I'm minding my own business and I hear, go and hang out with Yvette. That's a top priority. And I'm like, okay, I don't have the money. I'm not sure how this will work. Somebody unexpectedly throws down the money that allows me to travel to Louisiana. I have no idea what I'm going to do when I get there. All I know is I want to be able to create an honesty family around this lady Yvette that I know a little bit, but have known for a long time. And she is consistently a happy for Jesus kind of person. So I go to her house, and whenever it was, Friday or Saturday, there's this mob of youngsters that show up. And I'm telling you, I don't know what the heck to do. I don't know where to start. I'm hearing stories. My heart is broken. I just want to shelter people and help people. And in Yvette's living room, I get a nudge to do the family thank you time. Now, the family thank you time is a fun session where we all just throw out childlike thank yous. Thank you for blueberries. Thank you for my hot rod Ford. Thank you for my daddy's fishing rods. You know, just shouting out thank yous. During that thank you time, I was candid about my problems in life, including the feel good, the pleasures. And this young man that you know, Dagan, was deeply touched and shaken. And everybody in the room was filled up with a desire to live a better life and just kind of be unified and have peace. Now, a miracle like that don't last. It doesn't. It actually has to be maintained. So here's the deal. I'm speaking to you, Stephen. I'm speaking to the grandparents. I'm speaking to teachers. I'm speaking to anybody around Dagan's life. And here's the deal. You know, he's a kid. He's 15 years old. But in most cultures, he's a man. Do you realize that in America, in the early days, in the colonial days, if you were 16 years old, you were expected to have a wife and a trade to be a great part of society. So basically, I look at that guy as somebody who's just been brainwashed by TV and stupid in America. And it breaks my heart. So, here's the game. You can slander me and you can tell stories about me and say, oh, this guy's probably this and this guy's probably that, etc., etc. I never had any children. And my heart is broke. You understand? My heart is broken because I'm a fun dad. I spent a lot of time canoeing, camping, riding bikes, building things, running businesses. One of my favorite businesses is just working for antique car guys, showing up their houses and helping them turn wrenches. Helping them turn wrenches and getting their fine old motor vehicles in shape so they can drive them on Sunday. Fun work, just nice work. Decent pay. Orderly, peaceful, clean, nice. Creative. You got to do research. You got to, problem solve and put special new equipment in and improve things. So, the people that I work with, I expect, in order to get to be friends with God, I expect them to check into a transformation vacation where they literally break away from their peer group, their devices, their habits, their stuff, their family, everybody for a period of time so they can actually become a direct friend of the designer of flowers and bumblebees. So, I have an open invitation to Dagan to come and spend time with me for a period of time, potentially build some business, potentially help me get some stuff done around my place. Because honestly, I left for a week and a bunch of things didn't get done and I'm behind all this stuff. I've got an open invitation to Dagan to come to my place, chill for a little while, live straight line, and discern that he actually doesn't want to hang out with trashy women that are fooling around with a whole bunch of guys. He would actually be a decent dad and a decent business owner with kids who love him. He's a nice person. Could you imagine having Dagan as your dad? He's a pleasant person. Okay, so here's the game. Anybody that comes near me is going to get this throwdown. If you're not willing to check out for 8 to 10 months and literally have time to just chill and relax, read books, study things about truth and Christianity, and be surrounded by a bunch of really fun people that help you counsel the insanity in your life and actually drive bad spirits off of you. If you're not willing to make that kind of move, then I don't want you to come near me. So that's the game. I challenge you people around Dagan to throw down a plane ticket or a bus ticket, or at least just drive them straight to my house and sit down and we'll conference and talk for a little while. Knowing that I'm expecting him at some point, sooner or later, to check out and check into one of the centers that I work with. They're called Mission Bible Training Centers. The website is missionteens.com. But if you go to YouTube and type in MBTC Mission Teens, Teens, Safety Net, you will get one of my playlists of the testimonies of people talking about how awesome it is to hang out in these places. It's not a work study program. It's not like, I mean, believe me, rehab programs around the country, there's a lot of them that are just a pain in the butt. It's just an alternative to jail. These places give you room to actually become inspired if you care to. It takes the inner desire to do so. So, this is a throwdown to the circle of people around Dagan. If you think that that guy is trying to break out of your atmosphere in order to come and fool around with some messed up guy, I want you to know who I am. I am a servant to each person who would watch this thing. I am your servant to see a kid take off in an excellent way and completely transform a life. That's my objective. You can call that a twisted objective or a messed up objective. You can call me untrustworthy if you want to. But you might just be speaking a lie, just like the government does. Do you know that the government and the entire world powers are getting us to agree with lies all over the place? Oh, do things that are actually bad for you and call it safety. No, there's a lot of lies in this world, and I ain't one of the liars. I will spread my whole life out in front of you and tell you exactly what my problems are and the things that are a pain and a burden to me. That's actually how we start. We throw down our dreams and the things we wish we could do, our joys, the things that we feel are our strengths, and then our troubles, the areas where we feel like we're weak and we've made a lot of disasters in our lives. When we start out with those three things being thrown down, we can actually know each other a lot better and look out for one another's stupid asses and carry one another towards our goals and our excellent stuff. The human family is messed up, and Jesus picked messed up, tough guy commercial fishermen. Have you ever known a commercial fisherman? They are hard characters. That's who he picked, his holy apostles. He did not pick intellectuals and scholarly types. He picked ordinary, strong, shoot from the hip, working stiffs. Ordinary people. Read 1 Corinthians verse 1 and 2. It'll tell you the story. God picks thousands of ordinary people, not people who are high-born or super intellectuals, because he likes to take the nobodies and the stick in the mud low-class people to shame the wise people who think they're hot stuff, but they're really not. All the best to all of you, Father. Pour out on each person who sees this thing the joy and the refreshment, and inspire them to be and to do the things that you have me doing, because it's great for all of us. Yippee. Greetings, Dagan. I hope I get to see you soon and we can team up and talk about some stuff. Stephen, peace be with you. I see your character as very fine. Your guitar music was amazing. And actually, I never got to take a picture of your guitar. That guitar with the the toe strap, truck strap down webbing guitar strap. That was so cool, man. I wanted to get a picture of that, and I never did. Please take your guitar and lean it up towards a tree. Take a picture of it and send it to me, because I love that guitar, man. When that guitar came in that house and I heard the way that you can handle it, I was like, this is a perfect picture. I want this in the movie, dude. I mean, that is like a perfect thing to be in some kind of funky movie. All the best to all of you. Thank you, Yvette, for being a friend.